Hey guys, how's it going? It's your boy Mukasoid here, and today we're going to be looking at a Seagull 1963. So, the Seagull 1963 I have is made by Red Star, and we'll go into that in a moment. But the official one is made by Sea-Gull. However, so this goes into some quite weird stuff. So, unlike some other watches, Seagull sell the movement that goes into these watches. And basically other companies can license build them. And so some would argue the one I have is more official than the official Seagull 1963, as this one is made by a company called Red Star. Now, Red Star, the guy behind Red Star is one of the original builders of the ST19 movement, which is behind the Seagull, and he helped build the Seagull itself. Now, Sea-Gull's movement is an ST1901, so it's a newer, more complicated, well, slightly more complicated version of the ST19 with an extra jewel. So instead of, if you can see here, it says, this here says 21's run, but there is also the official Seagull version with 22's run, so 22 jewels versus 21 jewels. Now, the thing to note about that is there are some differences still, even with the regular ST19 I have versus the ST1901, for example. So this is the size that it was originally, this watch was originally made in, which was 38mm. This was originally, if I can double check, this was originally called Project D304. Basically, this was really the first indigenously built Chinese watch. So the Chinese Air Force wanted a pilot's watch, and Venus, a Swedish brand, was selling the Venus 175s, like their mechanical equipment or their manufacturing equipment, and China bought it and basically made the ST19 movement out of the equipment that the Swedish maker Venus sold. So this is technically the first ever indigenously built Chinese watch, which isn't technically a copy per se. Although some might debate that it's a copy of the Swedish movement, although my understanding is that they made modifications to this. This is really indigenously built. This is all original, first ever Chinese original watch. So the difference with mine is, compared to the original Sea-Gull, so mine has sapphire glass instead of acrylic glass, and also, if I take the NATO strap off, you will see, if I zoom in, there's a swan's neck on mine. The Seagull version doesn't have this. The idea basically is that if the flywheel beats too fast or too slow, pressure or less pressure will be put on by the screw that's on the swan's neck and the spring, and I think it's something like 80 inches of pressure at most that this can apply, or something mad like that. But basically this just makes it keep in time. I've had absolutely no problems with this watch keeping in time. It's been amazing. Maybe you might be gaining or losing maybe like 3 seconds in a day, but mine's really new and I haven't noticed like any loss in time. So let me put this back on. So this is 38mm. This is my favourite watch, by the way. So one thing I forgot to mention is the amount I paid for this. So I paid about just under £300 for this. And bear in mind, my version is sapphire glass with a swan's neck. Although you can buy on like AliExpress the same watch for like 165-ish pounds, I think, at the moment. But bear in mind, it might not come with, well, probably won't come with an acrylic glass or swan's neck, although some places I've seen does have the option. Again, mine's by Red Star, so they're a bit more well known in terms of the actual building of the Seagulls, the 1963s, but you can get some like lower no-name brands which will be cheaper. You might find that there's like dust inside your watch for the lower quality, but it just depends. So yeah, I just wanted to add that in before we completely forget about the price, because I completely forgot to mention it in the original video. It's just so light, and the power reserve is 42 hours. It's maybe a bit heavier because it's not titanium, it's stainless steel. As you can see on the dial, it's a bit hard to see in the light, but this dial has some really nice like brushing on it, so that it looks really nice in the light. If you don't know how a pilot watch works, you've basically got your actual seconds here, and then if I press the watch down, and if you've got minutes and your hours, if I press the watch down, then you've got the running minutes. I believe that's what it's called. And it will go round, and this dial here will count up. This is basically a 30-minute dial, so you can use that to time yourself. One of the problems I found with this watch is if I go to like 30 seconds and I stop it, it'll probably work now, but I found that when I stop it and I reset it with the bottom button, it doesn't reset all the time. Now, let's see if it'll reset. Yeah, there you go. Look, it won't reset. So I've got to get it to come round a bit. And then it should be able to reset from here. There we go. Reset. So it's a bit annoying that it does that. Although you can't diss it too much, because again, this is a mechanical chronograph, and there's basically no competition in this price range. No one makes a chronograph this cheap. Like you see quartz chronographs all the way up to like £600-700. So this is a really unique watch. There's basically no competitor to this watch. Again, it's 42-hour power reserve. It's 38mm, sapphire glass. Really nice. It's not an automatic, so you do have to wind it yourself. Although it does have overwind protection, so you don't have to worry about overwinding it. Let's see if I can get it on my wrist. There you go. I found with the strap that it comes with, really nice and soft strap, but unfortunately, it's starting to the holes are starting to fray. But as you can see, I've got like a tiny wrist, and it fits perfectly. I wear it a bit higher up, like here. This is just such a lovely watch. It's got so much history behind it, and yeah, it's just such a nice watch. I just cannot rant and rave about it enough. But that's basically all I have to talk about. We can see if I can get on the camera what's happening to my strap. So you might want to get your own strap. So you can see here it's like fraying a bit. But I've been told that you can like put it on, like you can get something hot and you can like melt the threads down so they won't fray, or I could do like a soldering iron or something like that. But I will do that in future. But for now, this has been the Seagull 1963. Absolutely lovely watch. My favourite watch. It's so nice to like just wear all the time. I absolutely love it. And yeah, thanks for watching, guys. This has been the Seagull 1963, and bye-bye.